The Arnold Classic is pretty much the biggest exposition and the second biggest bodybuilding competition in the world. At that expo, we have our own presence, a booth that's known as The Cage. The Cage is the animal brand manifested. It's the animal brand come to life. It's essentially a gathering place for our sponsored athletes and for our consumers. It's the antithesis of everything our competition does.
Obviously, I'd heard of The Cage before plenty of times. When I first got into lifting, it was one of these things, like I would look at the videos online and I was blown away. I was like, my goodness, these people are so strong. I could never have imagined I would be actually lifting in it. The guys I'm honestly lifting around now, a few years ago I was looking at these guys like, man, it'd be great to be at that level someday.
You gotta be an animal to just think of lifting crazy shit like in the cage and stuff, you know? It's not normal. It's not like oh, let's do a strict curl for reps or something, you know? We got guys that are just pulling their hearts out and they're deadlifting stupid amount of weight. It's not normal, it's unorthodox.
We try to showcase some of the best lifters in the world doing what they do best. We try to create this platform to really give the best lifters in the world an opportunity to show people what they do.
I walked by and I looked in and I was like, wow. It kind of stuck with me because every other booth was girls, half naked, guys with no shirts on, and animals seemed to be at the only time, which was like about 11 years ago for me, the only company that really portrayed the real side of bodybuilding. It's not all glamorous. There's a lot of by yourself. A lot of guys have no money. They can't afford much. Because I've been there. I've been in the same place. Animal is the real man's man. The blue collar guy or the kid that's struggling. And I think that's why most people like Animal too, because they can relate to them.
No garbage, no BS, just shut up and lift. Their pictures on the shirts and stuff don't have guys texting on the squat rack for a reason. Like, it's about serious hardcore training. They don't try to color code it. It's, I mean, again, like the shirt's black and white or gray and black or something. It is what it is. The people who do it, I mean, they have like the true passion for that. And it's very cool to see others who not only like are passionate about the same thing as you, but are striving to have the same dedication as you as well, and it to actually better themselves and get stronger and do whatever it takes to actually get stronger.
This is what I love to do. This is what I always want to do. In my free time, I want to go to the gym. I want to improve. I love working towards a goal. I'm always thinking about the next goal. I may do great, but then I'm already like thinking about the next step. And that's kind of like a blessing and a curse, because people would say, well, you're never going to be satisfied. But at the same time, I love it. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what it all boils down to.
That's one of the reasons that Animal resonates with people, is that it's a brand that is representative of an individual's journey to self-improvement. We seek to inspire, to educate, to provide an immersive experience for people, to give to them in ways other than simply peddling products to them. We try to give them an opportunity to interact with people who they look up to, people who they aspire to be like potentially, people they can learn from. But that's on a macro level, but the micro level of it is that it's a bunch of guys on those little journeys of self-improvement, all kind of coming together to create the one brand, the same message.
We're having this trickle effect throughout the world on our fans because of what we do, you know? And that humbles me. It keeps me freaking going, and I want to be better.
It's like a family almost. We're very good friends to where, like I said, we see each other like once or twice a year or like a competition a couple of times, and it's like we've never left.
Coming in to the cage last year and seeing guys that I'd never met before, but I mean, they just kind of took me in like I was one of them and like I've been one of them for the whole time. That's the thing with powerlifting, the community, for the most part, the camaraderie is really great. I mean, everybody pulls for each other. It's the only sport I know where you can be going against somebody and you're cheering them on to get a bigger squat than you at that point in time. And you got to turn around and try to beat them.
I think powerlifters are a lot different from a lot of other people in the sense of, everyone has goals. You know what I mean? Some people want to be the best in the world, but it's like, why do you want to be the best in the world? And I notice with powerlifters, they don't have chips on their shoulder against each other. Because it's really, what can I lift versus what can you lift? It's not like a reactive sport. It's just, what can I do, what can you do, we'll see. We'll see who the better guy is. You never want to win because someone else did poorly. You want to win because you did your best. When you think about brotherhood with animal, it's kind of a natural thing with powerlifting. You don't see it in too many other sports. You can't really have politics. Like, you either stand up with the weight or you don't when you do the deadlift.
Everything that came to my life that was good, a lot of it centers around the training I've done. Not just being a bodybuilder, but just being a person who trains. I've had nothing but good things happen, help my self-confidence. This is my career. I just feel good all the time. You know what I mean? It's when you train, you get a sense of an accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like, I could do these small little things in the gym. It'll make my day better. If I don't train, I'll have a bad day because I just won't feel as good. You need to be able to go to a certain place in your mind of suffering, pain, that most people, why are you doing this yourself? I'm pretty secure with my manliness, and I can tell you that I've cried even my last competition, which wasn't even a year ago. Put myself through so much. Days I thought I was gonna break down and just, I can't do this no more. But I tell you, most people can't get to that level. It's not an easy thing to do.
I didn't get into this to have the notoriety I do or anything like that. Just, I did it because I loved it, and they say when you're passionate about something, you follow that passion, it'll pay off.
There's always a risk. And if you're going to do something involving weight on your back or picking it up, there's a risk walking down the sidewalk. If you live in fear of that, then you're not really living.